part 3 of sidewalk snow removal. Now, if you live in a warmer climate like in the southern part of the United States, where you see snow like once every decade, century, millennia or two, you know, this really doesn't affect you. But still, a lot of people travel, take vacations to northern climates, southern climates, etc., etc., etc. And right here, we're coming up on, this is at part 3. Now, it's been 3-4 days since our last Sunday, Saturday. Yeah, it's been approximately 3 days since our last snow and ice storm here. The last one wasn't that bad, but here's the thing. We're in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Union Boulevard, and the 1701 building, all right, right here. And I really wanted to point this out because, I mean, right here, look at this, all right? I actually, because of the fact that the building's owner, whoever's responsible for this, it's like right on the border of 2 buildings, you know, I really want to point this out because it's in Bethlehem, where I know the responsibility of sidewalk snow removal mainly lies on residents and, not going to ask, and businesses. But municipalities, I can speak in this area, have law, at least, you know, may or may not be the same where you live, have laws in place. And even right here, okay, you can easily, you know, walk around further back in Union Boulevard, same thing. But still, they have laws in place to fine businesses and or residents for if they don't have the sidewalks clear in 24 hours. Now, you don't see this a lot either, but around here, the municipalities are just as guilty of this. And the current mayor of Allentown, Ray O'Connell, had his campaign kickoff Thursday night, and it's Sunday. And I brought this to his attention. I said, you know, block up from U-Haul, you know, drive past, check it out. I said, this is dangerous. Actually, you know, I actually have to walk out into the street, which for myself is no big deal. But if you have the handicapped, the elderly, people have problems walking, right there, you either have one out of 2 choices. Either you go out into a very busy street, a main street, or you try to climb over a small pile of snow. And trust me, that pile there is been from the past 2 storms at minimum. And yet the city, you know, Allentown City just isn't doing a damn thing about it. Okay, fine. If they ignore the warning, if they ignore the warning, you know what? Why don't you get somebody out? Why doesn't the city get somebody out here and do this, even though they could pass the buck and say, wow, that's not our responsibility. Well, I got news for you. If I would slip and fall there and end up going to the hospital because I really screwed up my knee or something, you know what? The business owner, the city, everybody across the board. It presents a very clear and easily present danger. Like I said, you know, as you can tell, I mean, in 24 hours, a lot of snow and ice was gone, but you can still see snow piles. But this represents a very clear and present danger and a complete lack of responsibility by the city of Allentown and other municipalities. I lit up Bethlehem for this in a previous, and I think it was part 1, I lit up Bethlehem for it about a bridge. That, okay, we need to start, we have these laws in place. We claim we want a safer city. Well, guess what? Or, you know, safer city, municipality, town, whatever, wherever the size you live in. Guess what? That proves that they are flat out lying to you. You know, right there's the proof. Like I said, I keep saying, I fully realize the responsibility is on the residents and business owners. But when you have a situation like that where, and it's plowed in like that, it's plowed like that every single time. Now, Allentown did not plow that. Allentown did not plow that, nor did the county or state. But still, like I said, why have the laws in place if you're not, A, you're not going to enforce them, and B, not only you're not going to enforce them, but you should have seen the way the intersections were plowed in. I mean, like right up here, for a perfect example of, you have the handicap access to the sidewalks, which is the law, but yet let's push all the snow right up here and block it. Trust me, I walked from here over to Bethlehem Library, which takes me roughly 45 minutes to an hour, and you would just not believe the amount of intersections after every snowstorm that you have to even get creative and sometimes walk out into a busy street to get around. Now, one last thing about that sidewalk being plowed in, and others. I really have to point out. No, I'm not going to get hit, even though it'll be a cool effect. That I really have to point out. Granted, you can cross the street, right? You could cross the street, especially if you know about it early, which is what I'm trying to do right here, and get around it. But why should you have to? I will be sending the link to this article to every member of City Council and the mayor to say, hey, look, it's been over 24 hours, you have laws in effect. Here's the article, I want your side of it. I'm curious if they'll even respond to me. So, but remember, no matter where you live, if there's a situation like that and the laws are in place and the municipality does not enforce those laws, then guess what? You have every right to contact your municipality's government, your Department of Streets, and say, hey, look, even though it may not affect me because I drive everywhere, other people, you just made it very difficult for other people who do walk. Like I said, the elderly, the disabled, people who have problems walking. You just made it a lot more difficult, and even increased the danger of where somebody could either slip, fall, or even get hit by a vehicle. So just something that you don't hear in the media a lot, and also something that it's common sense, and it happens very frequently. It's just the other media, because they go around and drive around in vehicles and everything, that they don't see. But this is something very important in a potentially dangerous situation in a lot of areas. Thanks to the support out there, everybody, for all the support, the page views, etc. You have no idea what it means to me. And to please go to thanks to the sponsors page. Support those people and businesses. Without them, I couldn't do this financially. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't exist. Take care, everybody. Been an interesting winter here in the Northeast, and probably where you live. Looking forward to summer, I think.